Before I start everything, please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a video on the channel. If you have already, do well and share with others so they get to know what we do on this channel. You can enjoy it too. My name is Mike and I'm going to be the host for another edition of the show on this channel. What's up everybody, welcome to my channel once again. This is Radio Xposed and my name is Mike. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever any video drops on the channel. If you have, please share with others so they get to know what we do on this channel. And today is another episode and I'm talking about what is going on in the world right now. What is going on in the world? We all know what's happening between Russia and Ukraine. So to cut the long story short, Ukraine wants to join the EU and NATO, but Russia, knowing what its stance become, is not allowing. So Russia wants to take Ukraine back again into the Soviet Union. The world is going through a lot right now, and we are all pleading for peace. We all pray for peace. There should be peace everywhere. There shouldn't be any weapons of mass destruction being used in any country. We don't wish for that. We all want the world to be peaceful. There shouldn't be any third world war. All right, enough of that. So what I'm going to talk about mostly today is about Ghana and the Ghanaians who found themselves in Ukraine when this war started in Ukraine. So when all the shootings and everything started, the government of Ghana was being pressured to evacuate the Ghanaians that we have in Ukraine. It was hard for the Ghanaian government to evacuate people from Ukraine to Ghana. So what the government did was, okay, now we cannot move you from Ukraine directly, but what we can do is we have, embassies and countries around Ukraine that we can move you there. Some countries being Moldova.
What? Stay off the weed.
Poland, Hungary, and Romania and Slovakia. All these countries are around Ukraine. So what we can do is you guys can be moved to these neighboring countries, the borders. When you get there, then we will facilitate means for you to be evacuated from these countries to Ghana if you want to. Now, on the flip side, some Ghanaians are not willing to return to Ghana. There has been a good news for Ghanaian families who have their people in Ukraine. The bad news is some Ghanaians are still there that we are waiting for them to be evacuated and then they arrive in Ghana. It's not just about Ghana, it's all about the world. And so if you're not a Ghanaian and even you find yourself still in Ukraine, we wish and pray for you to be safe. We wish your country and your government can do, what's necessary and then get you evacuated from the country, because we all know what's going on in the country, Ukraine. But some Ghanaians have arrived in Ghana, which is a good news, and it's a good sign that the government is actually willing to, get the people of Ghana from these countries where the whole war and all the stuff is going on. We appreciate the government for doing this, being that rapid, because this started like 4 days ago, and the government have been swift in getting some Ghanaians, evacuating Ghanaians from Ukraine and getting them back to Ghana.
My name is Nana Kwachi Ajiman, a fifth medical year student at Bukovinian State Medical University. I've studied for 5 years in Ukraine, and this is quite unfortunate we have to come home. But I want to first of all thank the Almighty God, also thank the government of Ghana, thank the various ambassadors, thank the ministry, and also reassure parents that their children will be back home. Siblings should be calm, friends should be calm. The government is doing its possible best to make us all come back home. For the meantime, we want to say thank you and we appreciate whatever has been done for us.
It is not all Ghanaians who have been back. Some countries being Poland, Hungary, and Romania and Slovakia. These border countries have accepted some Ghanaians, and not just Ghanaians, but people who are fleeing from Ukraine to the neighboring border countries. As at yesterday, 5 p.m., which is 28th February, there were about, according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there were about 527 Ghanaians. So it has been a good news that so far we haven't had any news of a Ghanaian being hit by a missile, a bullet, or whatever. That is very good, and we thank God for that. And then we thank God for the fact that this number of Ghanaians have been away from the war scene, that is Ukraine, and on neighboring border countries. And one thing I'm going to talk about is this. You see, at this point, before the government had not taken measures to bring them back, everybody in Ghana was saying, oh, what is the government doing? Evacuate them, evacuate them. Yes, the government listened. So the thing, what the government had to do at that moment is that the airspace of Ukraine was shut. No planes were flying. The only planes you were seeing in the skies were war planes shooting. So no commercial flights were flying, meaning the government of Ghana could not have evacuated Ghanaians to Ukraine from Ukraine. So the government was very wise in the sense that, wise and smart in the sense that they had to move Ghanaians from Ukraine to the border countries. And then they can facilitate on how to get them out of these border countries. I already mentioned some of the border countries. These countries are close to Ukraine. So the only way the government could have evacuated Ghanaians was that to move them from this Ukraine country to these border countries. Then they will be safe there. You understand? So if they are safe there, those countries can allow flights to fly in and out because there's nothing going on there. That's the only way the government could have evacuated them. So you see on social media, evacuate them, evacuate. That was just a rush because I understand most people don't know how it works. So there was no way the government was going to be able to evacuate them from Ukraine. The only way the government could have done it is that move them from Ukraine to border countries and then you evacuate them from there. Now, we can all appreciate what the government has done by moving these Ghanaians from this country to the neighbor country, the border countries. That is very good. And then some of them have already been moved to Ghana now. So that was the safest thing to do. The thing is, why are some Ghanaians resisting to come to Ghana even though they have been moved from Ukraine to the border countries? Because they believe when they get back to Ghana, they can't have the life they are, dreaming of having. Because in Ukraine or even in Poland, where they are going to be refugees, they are going to they think and feel they are going to have a better life than coming back to Ghana, where they cannot have jobs to do. Probably their future will be ended. That is why they don't want to come back. And this should be a wake-up call for African leaders. It should be a wake-up call. Now there's war in Ukraine. Russia is fighting. Russia has been sanctioned on so many things. They cannot do a lot of things. Now is the time, and this is the time for African leaders to reason and make our country and continent a better place to live. You don't want your citizens to be elsewhere and be suffering. Knock on wood. How would you feel, or how would a family feel if a relative, a sibling, whoever it is shot in Ukraine? It will be a bad thing, and it will be a dent on you African leaders. Build the African continent so Africans would love to live there, and we wouldn't be, fleeing our own countries of birth to other places just for greener pastures. If the African continent is built, it doesn't mean we are not going to travel. We will travel, but why? Probably for business, for leisure, for travel, tourism. Yes, if our countries and continent is built, this is how it's going to be. And to you, those who don't want to come back, now the government is doing this for you for free. The government is facilitating everything. Your evacuation is free. It's all on government. It is not going to be free forever. So now that it's free for you, take advantage of it. Come back. Those who came back to Ghana now did not pay a dime. They're not paying anything according to the government. Everything that they went through was free. The government facilitated everything and took the cost. Now it's free. It is not going to be free forever. So, knock on wood, when the situation gets tougher and it's not free anymore, are you going to blame the government? Now that it's free, please do well and join your colleagues and come back to Ghana. When it gets worse, you might not be able to come. Knock on wood, who knows what's going to happen. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a video on the channel. My name is Mike. This is Radio Xposed. If you have subscribed already, please share my channel with others so they also get to know what we're doing on this channel. Come here and watch, share with others. Peace. I'm out.